are you gonna have to press the go live button for YouTube, or do I have to do that?
Sure, I can do that.
I can do it. Hold on.
Hello,
Hey,
chorus.
I
Yeah,
can do it.
hello. I got it. I think.
All right.
Um.
It's blue for me. Should I press it?
Oh, yeah. Press it. Just go ahead.
Oh no, you're already live, girl.
I can't hear
You
you,
should say,
Scott.
and we're live.
And we're live. I'm hearing an echo, and I can't hear you, Scott. Now. Well, we're off to a good start. I can't hear Ben or see Ben. Genevieve is there, and she's having a
I'm
beer.
I am.
he.
I'm so excited.
I'm. I am. I'm hearing my echo. It is still 2021, as evidenced by the tech glitches. Uh, and uh, Ben is wearing a dog and sunglasses shirt. Scott is inaudible. Hold on. Scott, try refreshing your screen. You know, you're muted. Got to refresh yourself.
One of the things about being inaudible, Scott, is that people can't hear you.
Ben, be nice. It's you don't want to wait unless you want to close out 2021 on a bad note. Hi, friends. It's in lieu of fun. We don't have fun anymore, but we are allowed to revisit our resolutions from last year.
And make
Uh,
ones for this year. I'm very excited about my New Year's year. I think they're going to make me a better person, more in touch with important aspects of my personality. So I'm excited to share them with you.
I'm,
Oh
can
my.
can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay,
Now
I
we
was
can
just
hear you.
gonna
Thank
I was just
God.
gonna say
Yes.
that I feel honored to be part of this for Ben's in some way coming out.
I
Um,
mean,
uh,
Ben's coming out of what?
oh,
A
just
coma?
like whatever is inside of him is he's going to.
Ben, now you're
Reveal in these. But
okay.
but Kate, I think we should start. Look, a year ago we did a New Year's resolutions episode, the first annual in lieu of fun New Year's resolutions episode, and Scott took it very seriously, and he gave us some New Year's resolutions, and being a philosopher and an organized mind, he of course did it with a PowerPoint. And so I think we should revisit that PowerPoint as a starting matter to see how Scott did on his New Year's resolutions.
Scott, are you
Okay, well,
ready?
I am ready, and I want to say one thing is that as we know from the Where's the Lie episode, I do not lie, and I will really engage in extreme self-criticism. I'm going to be honest with everyone about how I did when I score myself. Okay, so if you can't handle
What
the truth,
rubric are we going to use?
my standards of reason. Okay, I am sharing the screen. Allow, and we are. Can you?
Yes.
We can see
Okay.
your. He did it, guys. Let's have a round of applause for Scott. Because that
Woo!
was
We're very worried. We're
part
running some
of the
demos.
show, but we're going to have to change the show, the nature of the show, because we're not having problems anymore.
Okay. Okay. So this was my PowerPoint, and I'm just going to go through it for people that obviously don't remember what my resolutions were because I didn't actually. So the first one is brush my teeth up and down rather than side to side, even when I'm. You know what, guys? I don't think I can do this. This is actually really hard for me because I.
Yeah. So did you try to accomplish this one, or did you just forget about it as soon as you'd made it and not even make an effort at this one, or was it a 3 day kind of thing?
No, I tried every day. I try every day, and it didn't work. Can we go to the next
That's
one?
a
Because
that's a valiant
Yeah.
effort.
okay.
Yeah.
Heal our divided nation. Now there I did much
Well,
better.
you accomplished
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
I did. I
Yeah.
did much better on that one. It wasn't a perfect record. So there was January 6th. Just to defend,
Just a few days after
yeah,
your
yeah, but
the resolution, in fact.
yeah, right. But I was taking a
You could even say the nation celebrated your New Year's resolution by having January 6th.
right. So, but the thing is, I was taking a nap at the time, and so that's why that happened. That
Were you actually?
I was, yeah. I actually woke up and I called my wife, and she said, "Oh my God, you're missing it! You're missing it! They're taking over the Capitol." And I was like, "Holy shit! That there goes my resolution." But on the other hand, I did bring together the nation when I reached across the aisle. I tweeted this on February 13th. You can disagree with McConnell's interpretation of the Constitution, but you have to admit that he's a noble man who acts in good faith. And I really feel like that did a lot to bring everyone together.
Now tell me, Scott, do you think my trolling of Rick Grinnell and my pitting him in...
Hello?
The last thing I heard was Ben say pitting him.
Yes. Okay.
I agree. But Ben is now a frozen thing. So, but I will say that, like, I'm going to imagine that Ben is talking about the pitting of his feet pictures against Rick Grinnell's sensibility in other fashions. I'm just going to like fill in verbs here. It's like Mad Libs with Ben.
I will say that, you know, that is part of the part of the nation that I need to heal. This kind of rivalry. I understand why Ben does it. I applaud him doing it, but I also feel like I have to bring everyone back together. So I'm
kind of overcome it.
Yeah, I have to overcome it. It's just part of the job. The next one. Learn the notes of the fretboard. At the time that I said I wanted to learn the notes of the fretboard, I did not know that there were so many notes. So I did learn the notes of the open strings. E, D, G, B, A. Did I say E? Okay.
Yes.
Anyway.
Semicolon. Yeah.
Okay. Answer my emails. Now, I didn't do so well ago, but answer my emails was assuming that the pandemic would be over. Okay, so that in some sense doesn't.
Now, why does the pandemic decrease the salience of emails?
Oh, just because.
I mean, I would think
during the
people can't walk into your office.
Yeah, but I know, but the pandemic makes everything so much harder. Next one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Tweet more. Now, actually, this I really succeeded at. I did a little research. In January of 2021, I tweeted over 2,000 times. Okay, which is fucking crazy.
And how many of
mad at
them?
me today about saying to put your tweets in a book. And I was like, no, this is a great idea. You've written like a book. And you were like, no, it's not published yet. I'm like, oh, but you've been publishing it all year, Scott.
Well,
but Scott, how many of the... I just think this is a moment for introspection. Of the 2,110 tweets in January of 2021, how many of them were quality tweets that you're really proud of, and how many of them were duds?
God, I would say not all of them. I would say I was proud of about like 85% of them. So I was
okay. That's pretty good.
So because I was retweeting other people too, so I can't be responsible for that.
That's
filler
shit.
Right.
You know? Retweets are not endorsements.
But what if they were, Ben? Okay.
I don't know. It'd be tough.
Okay. Be more authentic.
By the way, for everyone yelling at me, I am 90% certain the echo is coming from Ben's headset. This has always happened with this particular headset that he uses for some reason. Yeah, see? That it disappeared. So, I'm just saying. Yeah. Ben, so just keep yourself muted when you're not laughing or talking or enjoying yourself, Ben.
Okay, or when I want to cause you to echo.
Okay, so I have not been as authentic as Senator Josh Hawley, but I have raise my authenticity level to my fellow YLS alumnus, JD Vance. So
Well, I just want to say that my New Year's resolutions, many of them are connected to your hero, Senator Josh Hawley. So I'm gonna I think we should keep in mind the authenticity of number 6
okay.
for later in the show.
As the kids say, goals. It's really important to have very high ideals and try to achieve them. And Josh is about as good as it gets. Okay.
Oh my God. As the
Don't
kids say,
preface
goals.
every statement with "Is it just me?" or don't end every statement with "Or is it just me?" This I crushed. I did a Twitter thing and not one tweet. Okay, I'm very happy with that.
Well done.
Thank you, thank you, JDF. I mean, I that was sincere and authentic, like Josh. Start a Substack. I did not start a Substack. That was a real fail on my part. And then finally, there was make a list, and I did make a list. I didn't make a big deal about that this year, but of the 37,000 top lawyers and journalists and law professors to follow on Twitter, I did make one of the lists. There was 23 on it with a social impact score of 4,890. So I feel really.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Where was Rick Grinnell on this
he
list?
was not on this list at all.
Well,
Because
what
I
a
don't
fucker.
think.
See? It's the progress in the war continues.
Is he a lawyer?
No, but
Okay.
you know, that's a list that you're on at 23, and he's not on at
That's
all.
true. Okay, so that's my
I just
thing.
want to say that in the time since I'm going to bring us back. That was amazing. Congratulations on your New Year's resolutions, Scott.
Thank you.
Genevieve, how about your New Year's resolutions? Well, and then we'll get to Ben's, which are
For
related
this
to
year or
Scott.
from last year?
Oh, well, both, if you want to. We can talk. Well, first last year's. I forget what last year's were. Do you remember?
I don't think I had any last year. It was just kind of grinded out. This year is to sleep less, is my New Year's resolution.
What a weird New Year's resolution. It's like the opposite.
Highly accomplishable, though, under the circumstances, I think.
I like to set low expectations and then overperform.
The very environmentally, I feel like that's like based on your circumstances. I feel like that's achievable. Ben, what are your, well, are we talking, well, I don't remember anyone's New Year's resolutions from last year. So did you have New Year's resolutions last year?
I have no idea, honestly, but I have a set this year, and they're thematically related. They're all thematically related to Scott's number 6. And I think, you know, like Scott, I'm trying to be organized about this, but I didn't prepare a PowerPoint. There's one macro resolution, and then there are a number of subsidiary resolutions under it. So the macro resolution is I want to be more manly. And I think that there's been a lot of talk in circles that I follow
laughing?
about manliness. No. I'm taking this very seriously. There's been a lot of talk about manliness, and I'm persuaded. I think you know, the manly virtues, we need to have more of them. And so I'm going to go for manliness is going to be my resolution. And so here are the subsidiary components of this. So the first is I'm going to be more engaged in masculinity than I have in the past. I know it has a bad rap right now, but
You're breaking up.
you know.
Hold on. You're going to be more what about masculinity than you were in the past? Oh, and
Let me. All
oh
right.
yeah,
So
disembodied
I've
voice.
become a disembodied voice.
I'll act it out
So
for you,
I'm
Ben.
gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna have more toxic masculinity than I have in the past. I think to the extent I've engaged in masculine behavior, it's been relatively gentle and friendly, and I think our friends. Like Senator Hawley have really shown that we actually need more toxicity in our masculinity. So look for more violence. Look for raised voices and anger. And so that's number one. Now, sub resolution number two has a visual element, so I'm going to need to bring myself back just for a minute. Yeah, I'm going to attend events and raise my fist.
You know that Josh Hawley
All right, I can disappear again.
that Josh Hawley didn't. This is I dare I say maybe like a Black Power symbol.
I look. It was rockin'. It was baller. It was super manly. He walked by the guys and raised his fist, and I was impressed. And so I'm in honor of Josh Hawley. I'm just whenever I go to an event,
I'm totally buying it.
I'm gonna raise my fist if I'm agreeing with them. Now, if I'm not agreeing with them, I'm gonna yell at them and maybe engage in violence because that's see previous resolution toxic masculinity.
And I shall have to
but
double fist.
if I'm in agreement with raise my fist with them. And then the final element of my newfound commitment to manliness is that I am going to stop playing video games and watching porn because it has sapped my masculinity this past 2 years and since the dawn of time. And I would be a better man if I was more violent, more toxic, raised my fist more, and cut out the porn and video games. And so I'm gonna. That's what I'm gonna do. And you can hold me to it.
See, I'm gonna let you self-police that.
Self-govern.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I wanted
Master of your domain.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. But I will say that I really admire you for having the inner troglodyte come out. It was very hard, and I don't.
No one's going to drag it out of me.
Josh might, but
Josh, but no. I just think look, if the culture war is won when people persuade other people, and it's not like it's someone's got to switch sides for this thing to happen. And so if masculinity is going to make a comeback, it's got to be like people like me who resort to violence a little bit more easily, who yell at people a little bit more, who assert leadership when it's not wanted. I just I just if not me,
right. And if
who?
not now, what? Right.
On the masculinity shit.
When, right?
And if not now, when?
I totally hear you. I feel I stay disembodied. Okay. I really look forward to seeing this evolve, Ben, or should I say, I really look forward to seeing this evolve, Ben.
Yeah. Roll up your sleeve, actually, so that your whole arm is visible.
I show my
look, my bicep
separated.
is so much bigger than yours, Ben, because it's closer to the camera.
Anyway, those are my New Year's resolutions, and I'm sticking with them.
Wonderful.
At least
admirable.
The show is over.
So I'm going to say that I don't remember my New Year's resolutions, but I will say that I found out right before the show started that Betty White died. And for some reason, this plunged me into a rewrite of Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." That that I like that I and I'm just gonna read you what I've got so far. And let me just I mean, it's not much. It's not much. It's Colin Powell, Betty White, Hank, Aaron, Lennon, Knights, Frozen, Texas, Ted Cruz, Acapulco, John Madden, Bell Hooks, SpaceX, Band Books, North Korea, South Korea, Coinbase.io. That's all I've got so far.
I believe
That's good,
it was
Kate.
an.
How long?
It was
How long
actually-
did you spend on that?
14 minutes.
Well,
Like a
Well,
lot
that's good. It's good. I like Coinbase. Coinbase.io is a good touch.
Right. Yeah. I would just say though, and not to be critical, but I think Ted Cruz, didn't he go to Cancun, not Acapulco?
fuck off, Scott.
Okay,
I mean,
okay,
really
I know.
back right now to like.
I think that was also in 2020, wasn't it?
Was it in 2020
really?
that he did it?
I don't know. But,
Well,
well,
you
No,
could-
I don't know.
I mean,
the fuck
for
knows?
4 syllables, you could say Cancun, Mexico, or like 5 syllables.
Oh. Yeah, thank you.
Very nice.
So
Very
should
nice.
we get some audience New Year's
Bring 'em
resolutions?
on.
By the way, if you're serious about this New Year's resolution, we are gonna laugh at you. If you're
Oh.
sardonic, we might laugh with you.
Well, I mean, when am I ever actually serious about anything that I do? I mean, like really rarely, and when I am, like you'll know it because I'll cry. So there's like, like that's like pretty much the only time it happens. Otherwise, I'm just always having a good time. But no, I'm gonna finish this tonight, and it's gonna be great. And I might consult GDF because now she's like apparently like an expert lyricist.
Yeah.
I've been like counting out syllables. I'm not really sure the rhyme scheme that Billy Joel used in that song. It's nothing like iambic pentameter
No.
or like,
No.
yeah, there's like it's very it's kind of crazy actually. But anyways, I am driving and I forgot that I'm supposed to bring in. Oh wait, Richard Wattenberger has a PowerPoint. I'm so excited about this. We're bringing him in.
Wow.
Yes.
That shows the commitment we want to see from all of you
I mean,
people.
he also made us a very nice countdown
Hi,
clock
Richard.
that we haven't used because I should bookmark it or something, but I didn't. Richard,
Paula
Happy New
apparently
Year.
has a
Happy New
list,
Year.
but Paula, if
I
you
know.
don't put your list in PowerPoint, we can't. We're not sure we can have you share it.
I can't even get my camera to work, so I'm going to work on that first.
Okay, work on that first. Richard, so nice to see you, friend.
Hello, happy New Year. I think it's going to be happy. Well, I don't know. It's not 2021 anymore, or it won't be. So that'll make it happy.
But we're still not allowed to have fun anymore. So
That's
it's
true.
the list. The
Just,
year is going to be what it's going to be.
As long as I don't flash this card at you, like everything's
stay
going
disembodied.
well.
Stay disembodied.
Kate
So-
didn't like my New Year's resolutions.
I love your New Year's.
So
I hate Josh Hawley. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's good. So I have New Year's resolution, but I'm going to and I'm going to let you supply the comedy, I guess. Although they are somewhat they're comic. So I can. How do I bring up a PowerPoint on
Okay,
here?
go up above your head, but
Okay.
you might have
Oh,
difficulty. So there is
I
like
see.
there might be
share
problems.
my screen.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
if you go to share your screen, then you should have. Sorry, we gotta like make you go away, Paula. There's you go to share your screen, and then there should be options. If you've done it in Google Slides, you should be able to share them. But if it's PowerPoint, then it might not share.
Oh, okay. It's PowerPoint. So
KK, you're going to have to dismiss Paula altogether because there can't be a sixth
I know,
window
I know
on the
that.
screen.
But yeah. But I don't think he's going to be able to pull it up anyway.
okay. Well, let me-
Well,
too many
unless you
video
are.
sources. Okay, now wait a minute. Yeah, okay, still have too many video sources. Oh,
Oh, hold on. Try it again. Sorry, Paula.
Oops. Okay.
I just genuinely want to say in the year of our Lord, almost 2022, that like the level in which this is just the same as it has been since I was in ninth grade is like actually like kind of amazing.
That's why I like measurable goals.
Yeah. Wait, did you have a literal like did you literally have a measuring tape as you said measurable goals, Genevieve? What's wrong with you?
It keeps
Whoa.
things very
Genevieve is
concrete.
prepared for all eventualities.
Richard,
I mean, we were going to talk about like toxic masculinity. It does evoke a measuring
Oh,
tape.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, it does. Yes.
You don't need
Hey.
much though.
GDF, if you want to engage in toxic masculinity, that should be attached to your belt.
I am
You got
an
to wear
expert.
you got to wear a belt, and you've got to hook that onto it, and otherwise it's
And
faux.
mistake it for a gun or a taser. Sorry. Mistake it for a taser.
I think
Like,
Richard,
that's
we
too
should give
funny.
you honorary
Richard.
points for the
For trying to.
PowerPoint, and
I don't
and
think
you
it's
should
gonna work,
just read
Richard.
them.
How about if I just have to do one thing on my computer, and I think it'll actually
Okay,
come up after I
we'll
do
make
that.
you
So
go away and we'll go to Paula for a second.
that's great.
Make it,
Okay.
put it into Google Slides and open this on Chrome and you should be fine and we'll give you some
Okay.
time to do that. Okay, fine. Okay, where's Paula? Got to bring her back in. Never a dull moment. Where is Paula? Paula. Yep, that's still Nina coughing as she started to this year.
Oh, Nina.
No, it's okay. She's doing great.
Does she have any New Year's resolutions? Paula's here.
She is very ashamed of the haircut that I just got for her, but that's it. Hi, Paula. You're muted. You're unmuted. Hold on. Give us your list.
I'm really gonna try and keep it together. So
Together in what sense?
These are very serious, Paula. You got to be serious about them.
So I'm trying to be a worse person next year. And these are I believe there's 9 of them, goals or resolutions that I have. The first one is become less of an independent woman. I'm really not into paying bills. And every month I get an invoice, and even though I keep paying them, they keep coming back. So I want to rely on someone else to do that for me and buy.
Have you read Jane Meyer's Dark Money? You should read that and see if someone will take care of that for you.
My
Sugar Baby USA.
My second one is to tweet more. I think that's the reason why I don't get more likes, comments, or retweets, because I don't tweet enough, and I just want it to be a constant stream in everyone's feeds of my tweets.
Yeah, and just to be clear, Paula, is the goal there to get the dopamine fix of likes and retweets and constant validation?
Yes, that is.
I see. And so you should connect that to resolution number 1, that if you get enough validation, then you can become dependent on that and therefore become a less independent woman.
Exactly. The third one is to make less resolutions and be more spontaneous. I honestly hate planning ahead. And I think making resolutions is really boring and stupid. And I want to be more serendipitous and more chaotic. The fourth one is to get... No, go ahead.
This is fucking beautiful. Go ahead. Okay. I mean, I really feel like I'm watching self-actualization happen. Go ahead, please.
Nina just whispered in my ear that she supports you.
Yeah, but Mike Godwin just correctly points out in the chat that you should use fewer, not less, in that resolution.
She's becoming dependent on her writing skills for the.
Exactly.
Look,
really hoping
I gotta correct people on fewer and less. I'm working on it, but I have a compulsion there. I'm getting help, really.
The fourth one.
Oh
my God, so cute. The fourth one is to get more Twitter followers. And I think I could do this if I just posted more pictures of cats and dogs, although I don't have one. So I think it might be easier to just get a baby. I could ask a friend. I could ask a friend to send me pictures.
Wait, you have that with Jen.
Again, see resolution number 1, right?
Oh my God!
Did Scott hear my resolution?
I missed the last one. It's just that
Let me. Oh, it's very, very prescient now that you brought your cat, because I said I wanted to get more Twitter followers, and I think I could post more pictures of my cat or dog. Although I don't have one, so I think getting a baby would be easier because people like babies.
Did the cat just go meh? Or is that you, Scott?
Yeah, she's vain. But that is so.
Beautiful.
I mean. We couldn't at the time.
That is the cutest cat.
Oh, yeah, thanks. But actually, this is where she was operated on, and so she still has a little thing there.
Oh no, she got a little square.
Yeah, she got a little square. But I love the idea of getting a baby for the sole purpose of getting more retweets and things. And I mean, that's why GDF did it.
It's such a it's what all the influencers are doing now.
And you can dress them in a perfect sepia tone and have a perfect sepia world presence.
Yes. The 5th one is to get married. I don't know why I didn't just think of this before, but if I just get married instead of getting a boyfriend, 50% of marriages in the US end up in divorce. So the next one will definitely be my soulmate mathematically.
There is so much logically wrong with that.
No, she's absolutely right. I mean, if you just keep on rolling the dice, eventually you'll get it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you can tweet about your divorce, and then
get a lot of followers and you get the baby, and you become a less dependent woman all through that.
Yeah.
You're a more dependent and independent woman. It's like perfect.
The 6th one is to continue talking. To continue talking to toxic men, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And even though it's been awful this whole time and they really make me feel like shit about myself, I really think it's only uphill from here.
Yeah. So this is great. Your resolutions and mine coincide beautifully here. I'm resolved to be more toxic, so it's great.
Paula, can I introduce you to Ben? This is Synergy.
Ben's married. He's got that 50% number.
No,
she didn't say. No, I can introduce you to lots of toxic men whom you can marry, and I can practice toxicity along the way.
The second one is to become less athletic. I had a guy tell me that weightlifting made me look like a man. So I think I want to gain a little weight, become a little weaker, become a little slower. That way I'll look just like him and be a real man.
Ouch.
Yay. I love that.
Two more. The 8th one is to become more lonely. I've heard from the Pinterest quotes that being alone will help me find myself. And sometimes I do get lost because I spent an hour on campus looking for the IT department last week. So I think that's number 8.
There's no me in IT, Paula. Just saying.
There is unfortunately I, but whatever.
And T.
And the 9th and last one is to become as confident as a middle-aged white man. Everyone tells me to be more confident, so I want to be as confident as a white middle-aged man who doesn't think there are any consequences to his actions, because usually there aren't.
Well, as a middle-aged white man, I want to say that I object to this because, first of all, you say there are no consequences to our actions, but people say mean things to us on Twitter, and Sometimes I don't get as many likes as and retweets as I want, and
that
exactly
is the
right.
patriarchy, Ben. The
Fucking
fact
hate
that Ben gets more retweets and likes than me, even though, let's set aside, people know him more and he has an actual presence. Like, I think that itself.
yeah,
should
it's
stop
it's
more
because I'm
Ben.
middle aged and white.
It's totally
Exactly why. And I understand why you think that's unfair, but look, that's my privilege. And as a newly toxic man, I have to just say, go fuck yourself on that, because I'm the one with 400,000 Twitter
yeah.
followers and my fist
Like I
in
just
the
won a
air. So
bronze medal
you're
at the
really
Olympics
gonna
in
just lose this
1974.
fight, Paula.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
Paula,
those.
Paula,
Yes,
I
go
just want
ahead.
to say that was magnificent, absolutely
Yeah, it was quite
magnificent,
good.
and I'm just breaking,
Truly.
just really breaking character. That was absolutely magnificent. Congratulations.
I
I mean,
appreciate
in my humble opinion, I thought that was magnificent.
Thank you.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
every
No,
single
that was
second.
pretty great. I'll see you on watching Buffy later. Bye, Paula. Okay, Richard.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing with the PowerPoint, friend?
Well,
Think you
I have it in Google Docs now.
can
So
slides or docs? Sure. I'm so excited to see this.
So now how am I going to do this?
Go
then?
above your head,
I'm going to share my
and
screen.
go to the share screen, and then
Okay.
you go over to the it should be Chrome tab,
Oh,
and you can
okay.
kind of select which one you want to do.
All right, the untitled presentation. Okay, can we see this?
Yes, we sure
Oh
can.
my goodness, yes, wonderful.
Okay. Oh, can you still see it? There we go.
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh,
so
this
here.
is so nice. It's got your name there. Wait, Richard, can you settle a bet in my own mind about how
Okay.
to pronounce your name?
Uh,
is it Barger or is it Barger?
oh, well, we went through this before.
I know, but I actually have some type of phonic problem with understanding. But just tell me this one time, and then I'll never forget it. I promise.
Okay. Well,
It's
Wattenbarger. There's
Barger.
If you
Okay, it is
if you
Barger.
put an H, in there between the G and the E, you know it
Oh.
was Wattenbarger, right?
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay.
So these are I have some pretty modest ones and one that's that is even more modest. So the first one resolved that in 2022 I'll get on a normal sleep schedule.
What's your sleep schedule now, Richard?
Well, people who have responded to me on Twitter in the middle of the night will know that it's not terribly normal. So,
Okay.
yeah, so
Fair.
that's number one. So if you see me responding to your Twitter messages at 3 a.m., then I kind of blew this one.
Yeah,
So-
I was a little concerned when I posted at 4 a.m. this morning, and you and Paula and 20 other Greek chorus members all replied immediately.
Maybe it suggests a different time for In Lieu of Fun.
I mean, you guys,
Christ, Ben.
I'm gonna miss
Actually,
you all.
Actually, I got up at 5. I got up at 5 in the morning too. What was up? I mean, it was. I don't know. Go ahead,
I don't
Richard.
know. I think that there's something off. You knew that Betty White was going to meet her demise.
I did not know that, but I didn't know that she had met her demise. But anyway, okay. So the second one, and you guys have helped me out on this some, but still, I have not yet succeeded in cooking food that I actually want to eat.
This
although I
worries
do
me
eat it.
a little bit, Richard.
And when you say I have not succeeded, do you mean ever, even once?
I have succeeded, once actually.
What's your favorite dish that you like to eat from other people, Richard?
From other people?
If you go out to a restaurant or you're or someone cooks it for you, what's your favorite thing? You crave.
Oh, I always like a nice steak.
Okay. We can
so
fix this problem for you.
So maybe cook a steak.
Well, here's the problem. It's too much work.
Fair.
Okay, that's
I-
totally fair. Nothing that's worth pursuing requires much energy. So you're right.
I'm
Yes.
laughing because I literally like
That is a hilarious aphorism, Scott. I'm going to steal it and represent it as my own on Twitter right now.
Sometimes I try to explain to my friends who went into Big Law, Scott, like why it is that I'm so poor. And I was like, oh, it's because I was getting all these other degrees and doing all this other stuff. And then they're like, oh, so what do you have to show for it? And I was like, this piece of paper. And then I'm like standing in their giant apartment. like, never mind. Anyways, go ahead. We're going to get you that steak, Richard.
Okay. Let's see. In 2022, I will hold my tongue on Twitter.
I'm sorry. That is a term.
Bah!
That is a term of service violation. You
Agreed.
you really have to not hold your tongue.
I have to troll. Well, I'm
What's the
good at
troll?
Rick Grinnell? Yeah, it's your
Yeah,
moral obligation.
Yeah.
No, I have strong opinions, and sometimes I express them. And actually, I'm getting to the point of getting in trouble. I will get in trouble if I do that. So, and they're all strong opinions on music. So, okay. So the next one. This is the grand finale.
Notice there, Richard, before you do the grand finale, how I bit my own tongue on your comment about your strong opinions being about music.
Oh my God. Okay.
So,
Fair.
This one, the grand finale. So I am going to, in 2022, I am going to use my considerable superpowers. People aren't aware that I have them, and I keep it hidden. But I'm going to use my considerable superpowers to convert Benjamin Wittes into a rabid, insufferable Bruckner maniac. So this is what we should expect to see at the end of 2022.
Oh my God, Ben, you look like Bruckner. Is that Bruckner?
Was Brooke?
I just want to say,
but this is better.
I just want to say that bring it on. I will even take assignments and listen to Bruckner.
You're more attractive
in
to Bruckner,
order
Ben.
to.
Don't worry. I think.
I am, and I'm much less obsessed with dead bodies than Bruckner was.
Wait, that sounds like a fun thing to research it for in the morning on Wikipedia. Is that what
he was? A fucking weird guy.
Was he toxically masculine?
Maybe you do want to be Bruckner, Ben.
He was toxically weird.
Wait, did he really research dead bodies? Is that like a true thing?
Yeah, he was into all sorts of weird stuff like that.
You know, it's amazing what people did before Twitter. It's like it's kind of like, you know, like there was a lot of boredom.
Yeah, that's why the Neanderthals went extinct, Kate. You know, if they had Twitter, they wouldn't have turned to cannibalism. So, you know.
This was excellent,
well,
Richard.
Bring it on. I am always happy to try new music, even if it is ponderous and sounds like Brahms on a really bad day.
That was really toxically masculine.
What
are you even talking about? I don't understand. I feel very okay. I'm gonna be like Cher and Clueless and be like, when you say Brahms, do you mean palms? Like, what is going on here? I just don't. Hi, Matteo. You have a multimedia presentation?
I do, but it's giving me trouble. Oh, geez, this is gonna take a minute.
Tech problems are part of the show, dude.
Especially for me, historically.
In Web3, this won't happen. I mean,
why haven't you uploaded your presentation to the blockchain?
Right. Yeah.
I think it's an NFT. I have to just pay the Ethereum man.
That was the
thing is everything about crypto and Web3 is so insane that, like, what you said almost makes sense.
Wait, have I told you guys the story that I found money that I had invested? I didn't even remember this. I bought $250 in Bitcoin, which is apparent when I was in grad school, which is about as much money to spend as I ever had in grad school.
Wait, which grad school?
Well, the Yale one, the one where I got paid like $29,000 a year or whatever they pay.
It must be worth a lot now.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's like worth a lot. And I was like, oh. And Coinbase sent me I'd literally forgotten that I'd done it. And Coinbase sent me a thing. It was like, update your, I think I must have put it on spam or something because I spam all of the NFT thing and all of the, but no, they one of them got through and was like, oh, check your account. And I was like, what is my account number? And I was like, am I going to be like that guy digging through the garbage bag looking for the garbage for my $350 million in crypto? It's like a solid $2,000 now.
Whoa.
But it's better than $250. Wow. I had no idea. So anyway,
that is awesome.
Yeah. John was like, how much money should we invest in crypto now? And I was like, $250. That's right. Matteo.
Yeah.
Is that part of your multimedia presentation?
It might have been. Wait.
Okay. Okay, wait.
Right,
should we make you go away and then we're going to figure this out?
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay, good. Goodbye, Matteo. I was going to say that I have we haven't talked about our New Year's resolutions. One of them, as I bite my fingers, is I haven't said this. I have this terrible, terrible habit. I don't know if people on the show have realized. They've probably realized. I bite my thumbs and my cuticles and my fingers all the time. And I'm going to try to stop doing that finally after 38 years of doing it. And the only other two things that I'm seriously going to try to do is
burning and cutting them with knives too.
No, I don't burn them and cut them with knives. It's just I do this.
No.
No
but KK, every few days we hear about another knife injury to your hands or burning. Can you work on the not stabbing yourself thing?
No, there's less of that recently. I mean, I got back to my own house with my own knives, and then it was not as much of an issue. It was mostly the knife thing happened when I went to Cape Cod, and then there were all these very sharp knives that I just wasn't used to using. But the other thing was that I'm going to try to do 5 minutes of planks a day, and then I'm going to try to talk to a person I haven't talked to for a long time and that I really like.
I love that.
And just send them a note. And I really mean this, it's kind of everyone from my old roommates in college or law school to random people who I like their writing and we used to be in touch or whatever, and just be hey, hope you're great. Just a note to say that I think you're awesome. And then just send them that. And then that'll be my little, and then I just do one of those a day, just very nice. And then and then after that I can just go to sleep.
Get a note or the next year, it means she never actually liked you that much.
Fuck off, Ben.
I was just kidding. Well, that was so Ben is being toxically masculine in accordance with his thing. But I want to say, everything that you do, Kate, is so life affirming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, you save animals. You write notes to people. I
was actually looking at that. I was actually watching our Morel episode Scott, and I laughed my head off.
So did I.
It was incredible. And then I was my face in that episode. I mean, I've never watched it before, but I'm so genuinely looking at the ants. In the morale. I'm and you're stop touching them. Stop it.
I do. I would just say that like that brought back a lot of memories. KK, well, KK, because in the when we have our in lieu of fun texting thing, we use initials, and so Kate was like mentioning various things that happened during the year and some of the episodes that she really liked and certain things, and then she goes through all these things, and she goes, "Oh yeah, and GDF had a baby." Like, yeah.
Like a whole thing, and it was like there was a Brood X, and Ben wouldn't shut up about it, and then we had a munch week, incredibly inspired by the Brood X, which was amazing. I think that Ben, I don't even know that we ever really truly discussed this either in text or on the show, but I did buy 3 large heavy pieces of limestone and start trying to like take up the hobby of sculpting limestone to create a mini cicada in the Babylonian cicada version to make you one, because I was like, oh, this will be a fun project. And so I did that. But all of that being said, none of that really compares to our roving correspondent at Cheese Night, in a giant dog shirt, walking up to people and earnestly pointing the microphone in their faces and being like, so what do you have to say? Genevieve, how was having the baby? What was that like?
Right, exactly.
Well, it definitely didn't increase my Twitter followership, so Paula, be careful. You really got to post more about them. But yeah, he's cool.
Have you gotten Luke his own Twitter handle yet? Because then he can follow you.
That feels like cheating.
Until he's 13 and he unfollows you on his own accord.
Oh, he would block me. Absolutely. I'm humiliating. Now.
My kids soft block me all the time.
What's soft blocking?
Oh, it's when you follow somebody and you block them and then you unblock them, and that unfollows, and so now they have their own locked accounts, and I'm not allowed to know what they are, but they are I just say they're really great shit posters.
Well, you wouldn't know.
Well, no, Do you have a
Finsta? Do you have a fit?
Not me.
A fitter?
Me. No,
a fitter?
No.
A fritter? I like a fritter.
No, I don't understand. I mean, like I've never had an alt or a. It's always been me. But where did Ben go?
I don't know. I miss Ben and his little
can
thing
I ask
is showing. Yeah.
GDF. I want to. What is the part about being a parent that surprised you the most? Like, you thought it'd be this, but it turned out not to be, or like, I never realized this, or.
That's a really great question. There's 2 parts that I think struck me the most. The first is that everyone's experience is so different. That was really the most intense realization, I think, for me. And then the second one was just, he's his own person immediately. And there are certain things that he does that I'm taking as indicia of a personality trait, which could be me reading into it, but I don't know. It seems like he has opinions on things, and you're just trying to translate what those opinions are. But those would be the 2.
Yeah.
I love that observation.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
That is, at least that's my. I mean, Ben can obviously chime in, but that is the thing. Is like, you just do not have control. I mean, it's really not.
No.
It's really not up to you.
Oh no, I am not in charge of this train.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Ben actually has said this to me over and over, and it's one of the things that has like also informed my own relationship with my parents, which is just kind of like, he's just like kind of been like, yeah, like you're like, every person is their own person, and like, you just because you're a child does not mean that you have, let it go.
Parenting is all about realizing what's not up to you.
Yeah, that's
That's
so true.
the whole of it.
Yeah.
And just a kind of Zen acceptance that much more is not up to you than you could ever possibly imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. It just, and the thing is, it's both can be despairing at certain points, but it's also very liberating too, because so much of parenting is self-criticism, about, like, did I make a
Well, what do
mistake,
you mean
or
by self-criticism? Is it like criticism of things that you do vis-a-vis your kids in the moment, or is it like things that you feel like you've genetically passed on to your children and you recognize in your children
oh
of yourself, or
actually,
both?
the genetic thing doesn't, like, that's not up to me. But you just all I mean, personally, my own view is that, it's not the mistakes that I made. It's my own kind of selfishness and desire to pursue whatever I want to pursue that makes me feel like, oh, I failed in certain ways. But, like, ultimately, when you realize that they are their own people, it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah, I
It's
think that
it's a
yeah.
reflection of, in a somewhat different context, of Kierkegaard's famous line: "If you marry, you will regret it. If you don't marry, you will regret it. And if you kill yourself, you will regret it. And if you don't kill yourself, you will regret it. This is the
It's
essence
true.
of all philosophy." That's the key to parenting. Whatever you do, you're going to look back and say, if only I'd done this, this would have. And
But
it's
isn't
a
that
mugs game.
but isn't that like, why is that okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but like it's just like you're just messing with more timelines. All that's like all like
I
it's
mean,
Kierkegaard plus more timelines. Like, yeah, like if you like fine, like I mean like you're just fucking with more timelines, but like you have your own timeline and then there's like you can say that and then there's like other people's timelines and that's the moment that I think people take more heavily, which is like that they feel that they won't have to deal with their own responsibility in some way, or bear the impact of the responsibility of whatever they do. But like I see what you're saying. I mean, like, yeah,
I,
anyway,
I think
all
there's
of
also just the dissonance between what you want to do as an individual and parent too for your child and what they'll allow you to do as well. Because there's this very big break, and this is like just 3 months of like very micro little things that I thought that I should accomplish for him. And like, for example, him just taking a bottle so I could go back next semester. He's just like, F you, I'm not doing this. I have no interest in this. And
No, he says, Luke's like
yes,
this.
yes, he's very much in Ben's New
See,
Year's
now
resolution.
here's the question. Here's the question, GDF. Why don't you take the view? All right, then he can starve.
yeah, I really do
Like, just
always
let
agree
him
with
let
it.
him learn the hard way. Um,
I mean, like,
Sorry, I
no,
wasn't being serious.
No,
I
no,
was
no, no,
I was
no.
being
I know, but
toxic.
hold on. I'm actually being a little bit serious. Like, I don't, and I'm like, sorry, this is maybe dumb.
no,
I don't
please.
actually mean like let him starve, but I'm actually really curious. I have had so many friends with problems feeding their infants,
Yeah.
and I am dying to know, like, why it is that, like, I mean, I understand that you stress out so much, but like at some point, won't like a kid eat? Like, I don't understand.
So,
Is that not true, Ben?
so
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Ben. Just he's
I should read a
obstinate.
book
Go
or
ahead.
something. I don't know.
No. It's I thought that we tried that. We've literally tried everything, and it was just like I'm not doing it. And there's a point where you're
I,
just kind of like,
I, I'll say the thing. So my first did not take a bottle, and one time I tried it, and I just shoved the bottle in her mouth and did it for like almost 3 hours, and it was actually violent in a way that I couldn't do it. And also it just
See,
felt.
this was a character failure, Scott. You had an opportunity to be
Yeah, you were
violent,
just
more
looking for
violent,
like,
and
yeah.
put your fist in the air and be more masculine about it. And you just said it was violent in a way that I couldn't do it again. That's the problem.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
think
actually get what Scott is saying, 100%.
What would Josh Hawley have done in that circumstance?
yeah,
I mean,
what
handed the
would-
baby to a nanny, but
right, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my
Right.
God. But wait, no, wait. So seriously, you did this and like it didn't work?
I mean, there's like, so yes. I'm sorry, were you asking Scott?
Yeah, I was asking Scott what happened when he did
Sorry.
this. Like
Go ahead.
Well,
after
I just
3 hours?
yeah, there was just it was very violent, like in a obviously not like, but it was brute and brutal in a way that just felt wrong, and I stopped,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
There's also like just a sound tolerance, and I don't know what it is, but we were recently with our niece, and she's also the same age as he is, and her crying doesn't affect me the same way that his crying does, and it's just this very pure. It's got to be biologic. It's just like it's impossible to ignore.
It's I do agree with that. Okay, Mateo, to bring us back from crying babies that are starving, has volunteered with his multimedia presentation. Mateo, are you ready?
I've just ported it into a spreadsheet. Not a spreadsheet. What do you call it?
Google
Microsoft
Sheet.
PowerPoint.
It's not going to
Yeah.
work, Mateo. Is it an
What?
actual PowerPoint or is it a Google Slides?
Those are it's an actual PowerPoint. Jeez.
Jesus Christ, Mateo.
Yeah,
You know what? Maybe your New Year's resolution should be to do something right for a change.
I mean, honestly. Well, number 11 on the list was make an enemy, so I think I just accomplished that too.
We will be back.
Oh well.
all right, do the list orally. And then we got to wrap.
No, I want to see his whole list, and I think we can do it. We can do it like maybe on Monday. We'll have like a kind of a wrap show or something, and like we'll do something. But Mateo, sorry, but it is apparently has to be. I mean, no, it's actually John Hawkins, and trust me, it's not going to work. There's just like you're not going to get a PowerPoint to show up.
Oh,
on
it's
the podcast.
definitely not going to work.
Yeah.
If it can't work for
so put it in Google
Richard
Slides.
or Paul, it
Put it in
definitely
Google
can't work
Slides,
for me.
and when you put it in Google Slides, we'll do it next time. But until then, we don't have fun anymore. But I can smell my neighbors smoking pot, so they're having fun.
Fists in the air, people.
Ben, stop doing this. It is disturbing. I refuse already.
Cheers.
Stop it. Don't it's too soon to reclaim Josh Hawley's masculinity. He hasn't proved it yet in any indescribable form.
Stop the video games and porn, people. Don't let them drag the vital masculine fluids from your body.
Gross.
Stay,
Here?
And have a great new year.
This episode of In Lieu and Fun has been brought to you by Sardonic Humor Everywhere. We applaud everyone's participation in the show, and we hope that you have a wonderful 2021 and a better 2022.
It's been a gonzo year, friends. I'm so glad for all of you. Stay tuned for my Billy Joel rendition, though.
I'm excited.
I'm there.
Oh yeah, Scott. Oh yeah, Ben. Let's do this instead. It's even more masculine than Josh Hawley. Both arms. No, both arms. Okay, never mind. Bye, guys.